I guess I need more than I needed. Can't believe I said that. Right. Most logical statement ever. Alright, yeah, that's, very, very crazy. Solid 77, day 77, Horde Night. Nice, dude! Nice! Yes! Oh, it's exciting. Exciting. Very, very, very exciting. Alright, guys. I hope this is not going to take too long. I'm afraid this could take a bit. I'm ready to stream a little longer. I don't care. Did once here, that's why I was confused. Oh. Yeah, I feel like some update of the software that I use for these song requests, it's called Songify. Something might have, I don't know, is restricting something. Anyways. I'm gonna switch my game to Minecraft. I just realized I never, like, changed a title. Stupid API. Okay, whatever. Let me restart it. It's annoying, dude. Okay. Oh wait, I set the category wrong. So, I wanna show you guys something. Let me maybe first do that. I just want to make sure that I have it backed up. But I did do that today. Should have at least. There we go. Downloads. There we go. So, what I'm gonna do, basically instances 1.20.1, saves. This is my hardcore world right now. This is the cheat inventory challenge. You guys can see 110 gigabytes. That is the world. It's 110 gigabytes. And backing it up takes like 2 hours, like usually longer. And this is my backup drive. It should be the same date, yeah. So literally from Saturday's standpoint, from today's standpoint, sorry, from today's standpoint, the world is backed up. I'm quickly gonna make sure it did fully back up here, but it should. And yeah, I obviously just AFK'd for more levels. That's really all that happened since Saturday. And the main issue is that I feel like I've had situations where the Minecraft world just got too big to the point where the world just like crashes out of nowhere. Basically, this world is getting so big that I feel like it's unstable. Yeah, you guys can see I have 110 gigabytes here, so this is like the cheat inventory challenge and some other stuff backed up here. What we're gonna do now, if I go into the files here of my cheat inventory challenge world, you can see there is region, dim-1, and dim1. Region, these are all the files. These are all the files that are basically region files. Regions are, I think, a 4x4 area of chunks. We can check that in a second. But a region is multiple chunks. Dim-1 is the nether, and dim1 is the end dimension. And region, this is the overworld. You guys can see, look at this. we have regions going up all the way to negative 649. Negative 600. So this right here is probably where I traveled to doing the world, the large fern, for example. I think large fern was where I went the furthest. But you guys can see here, the most crucial part is this .mca. I'm not sure what it stands for, but these are the region files of the overworld. Then dim-1, you have like entities, you have data. This is like raids for nether raids. I don't really know what that is exactly. And region. But these here, this is the nether dimension. And then we have dim-1, raids end. You can see that here, raids end. And that is the end files. These are end dimension. And there's a software called MCA Selector. I've been so excited for this. MCA Selector. And what it allows me to do... What is that? You're just gonna get our like refund on like everything, because I'm unsure which one worked earlier. I don't know what this is on about now. Keep them for tomorrow. I don't really know. It's weird. Anyways, this software is called MCA Selector. The name, because of the .mca, the region files are called. And what I can do now, open recent world. I can open up the cheat inventory challenge. And this right here, guys, I've already pre-rendered it to some extent. This right here is my cheat inventory challenge world. I wish I knew this was a thing earlier. Whatever, you deserve it, Mark. This is my cheat inventory challenge world. This is it. And every big square you can see here is one region. And if I zoom in. Oh, I couldn't have been more wrong. Because one region is a... How many is that? 1, 2, 4, 12, 6. Yeah, no, one region is like 32 by 32 chunks. I think. Unless... No, but this is chunks. 4... Yeah. Yeah, I think a region is actually 32 by 32, at least from here. And here you guys can see, especially with me updating this world. Like, we started in 118.1, went to 118.2, 118.3, I believe, then 119.1, or like 119, 119.1, 119.2, then ultimately 120.1. And Dogmaster, welcome in. Glad you made it. So this is called MCA Selector. It allows me to look at the region files. I'm surprised nobody knew of this. I recently saw this software. Hi. And yeah, you guys can see I have these weird like islands here. I have that there. These are these weird islands. And what I can basically do, I'm just gonna go ahead and select. So I could also, this would take a while, but I could also go ahead, Control F, I think it was. Yeah, Control F. And then I could sort regions with inhabited time smaller than 5 minutes, for example. Like just flying through it, right? And then it would highlight me all the regions that I've visited for only like 5 minutes. This is huge, right? This is huge. Obviously, I've backed everything up, and I don't want to like delete anything that I would need. But I can do this pretty risk-free, right? I'm not going to do this because it's going to take forever to load. But this is an amazing way to just see what I have done in this world. Right? We have... If I view coordinates... Oh, wait, no. View, that looks awful. View go to, that's what I wanted to do. We can go 0, 0. It perfectly zooms us in to 0, 0. Where the hell is my base? Where's my mouse? It has to be somewhere down here. Ah, right here. Yeah, there we go. This is our spawn village. Right here. This is where we have the cherry trees and all that stuff. The farms. This is our creeper farm. Then we have our raid farm right here. Right? That's the cool shipwreck. And this is basically the file. And so what I'm gonna do, right? This is like 5,000 blocks. 11,000. So there's just so many chunks out here that I'm never gonna visit again. And if I delete them, they will like generate again. Right? And you see how there's literally areas so close to my base. Like -300, -5,000. This is insane. Or even right here. I don't exactly know what happened there. But there's areas so close to my base that I've never been to. So if I had this software earlier, it would have been probably so much easier for me to find like a close ancient city. I mean, if you found a really, really good one. But yeah, basically what I want to do now, I'm going to go to... I don't really need to go that far. Well, first of all, let's look at where I collected the large fern and the sherds. Well, it's not the same thing, but we should have like one pathway go really, really far. Let's see if we find that now. And this is a game changer. This is an absolute game changer. So we'll take our time and look at this a little bit. Yeah, here, this is already negative 26k outs. Yeah, and see, like, this part, for example, we will just delete that. I'm literally just gonna do that and delete. Or can I... Control D. You're about to delete over 36,000 chunks. Okay. I have never visited them. That was literally the first step, and that probably reduced our world size by quite a bit already. This area is completely useless. This is over 27,000 blocks out. I did some nether stuff here. But yeah, what we're first going to look at is... Look at all this. Massive, massive area loaded. Because I constantly checked for taigas here. This was my large fern area, for sure. Literally, like, over 1.5 years ago, I scouted... Oh wait, there's some cherry grove. Never mind. This has to be 120 terrain. Yeah, no, this has to be 20. Yeah, there's a mansion here. Literally 50,000 blocks out. Look at that. That is where we did the sherds. Scouted everything from that desert. Everywhere. Also over here. We split off a little bit. This is insane. Like, you're literally seeing a span of like 6,000 blocks. We can zoom even more. Look at that. Holy. This is a span of like 30,000 blocks from top to bottom. And here we can see both ways. This is large fern. This is sherds. You can clearly see the difference. In like... Whenever there's a desert, I'm like taking it all. Here I'm not. Like here, I didn't care about the desert at all. Whereas here, I cared about the entire desert. Then we have this area. Look at all that. Look at it. This is already 150,000 blocks out. That's how far I went for the stack of recovery compasses, for the stack of sherds, and for the stack of deepset emeralds. All of this. All of this. And that's the main point that I'm getting to right now. We are just gonna delete all of this. Just get rid of it. So we'll have one more look at it. There's another mansion that I randomly discovered, over 250,000 blocks out. Holy cow. Maybe I can find the footage of when I was at that mansion, but I don't want to put too much strain on editing links, because that's gonna be pretty insane to find, actually. Coordinate-wise, well, we'll see. I see my coordinates at the bottom, yeah. We had a little bit of a mushroom here, massive, no deserts, and then massive desert. I discovered everything. Everything, and we're already 270,000 blocks out. Look at all that. Even up here, further and further and further and further and further. Look at that. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. Holy. Oh! I just closed it. Or I crashed it. Happens. Okay, we're just gonna go to like negative 300,000. Okay, it's actually rendering really quickly. There we go. Let's see if we find the ending of it. Look at that. Scouted the entire deserts. At the end, I had to do so many deserts to just find like one remaining shard. Like 4 deserts for 1 shard. It was just absurd. Or should I say it was absurd. And then again, scouted the entire desert. Yeah, so this is where we definitely did the shards. Then just going straight. This is all 32 render distance. Yeah, you can pretty easily see that it's like 64 like wide from this region. 64 weight. Not absurd. It was stupid, yeah, it was absolutely stupid. Well, I did it, so I don't regret it now. Because I'm like the only person that has... Well, Leon has done it, but I've also done the suspicious gravel and sand, which he hasn't done, so... And I've done it in hardcore, so I'm like the only person that has done it in actually hardcore. Because Leon died. And then continued his world as a regular world. So yeah, I'm the only one that did this in hardcore. Another full desert. One of the biggest mushrooms I've like seen ever. I'm sure I mentioned that. We are over 420,000 blocks north. 420,000. This is just absurd. But yeah, I wish I knew this software sooner. Dude. Another massive desert. Little mushroom there. I'm sure it's gonna end soon, because I don't think I got far past negative 500,000. Yeah, and that's it, guys. This right here is where we found our last shard. Absolutely insane. Nearly 500,000 blocks out. Like negative 12,000, negative 494,000. This is where we got our last shard. And now if we go over here, surely, right? Or was it... Where was the... Okay, no, that's where we were, just there. So that was that. So let's, like, delete that. Let's, like, delete that. I do this. We can, like, delete all of it. $11 days. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm literally just gonna do this perfectly along this line here. Like, select a massive area. Boom. Boom. Delete everything. And this is gonna make my world size so much smaller. We're gonna look at it at the end and also make sure that the world is stable. Not that anything breaks. But guys, big disclaimer right here. If you do this, no, that's why we're gonna do this road, then we're gonna do the other one, and then we're just gonna clear out some floating chunks. I think this is gonna be fine. Okay, we're just gonna delete this. Big disclaimer, guys. Don't do this if you haven't backed up your world. I just made sure. I can also, yeah, I'm gonna actually throw my... Just in case anything is gonna... Okay, I don't know what is gonna happen, but yeah. I have my world backed up on this hard drive. And yeah, don't do this if you haven't backed it up. So, we're deleting over 7 million chunks. Well, I think this is just the entire selection. But yes, I'm sure. Do it. Wow, that is a lot quicker than I thought. Okay, I made it crash. That was very quick, though. Not quite, Kira. We're doing something very special that I should have done much sooner. You know how my Minecraft world got, like, more and more unstable? And I think this is mainly because well, because the world got so big. This Minecraft world is literally 110 gigabytes big. And very recently, I came across a software called MCA Selector, which finally not only allows me to take a look at the absurd distances I have traveled. Like, from top to bottom of the screen, it's like 30 kilometers. And we're making it smaller now. We're deleting region files. That's how it's called. A region file is a 32 by 32 chunk, and one chunk is 16 by 16. So if you do, yeah, 16 times 32, what would that be? Like 512. So yeah, we're constantly deleting 512 by 512. Like one little square here, one little square is a 512 by 512 area. And we're deleting it now. And Kira, we're soon gonna look at, because this is the pathway that I took for the shirts and for the deep set emeralds. But we'll have another pathway somewhere over here. We'll find it. That is even longer, where I did the large fern and tall grass. And I know, Kira, you have been a big part of that. So we'll get to that. We'll be able to look at the chunks that I loaded like 1.5 years ago. Where I traveled out even further than this. And it's also going to get interesting once we get to the end dimension. Because in the end dimension, we will literally have... what did I just do? Oh, it's needs to load, I think. I just delete, like, everything? No, that's not possible, because you only delete what is selected. Where did I just go? File. What did I just do? What did I just do? No, it's still there. Huh? Open worlds. There's an unsafe selection. Okay. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but we're gonna go back in. Where are we? View coordinates. No. Go to 0, 0. What? Let me restart. Did I just delete everything? No. Okay. And this is crazy because this is the spawn area. YouTube would have loved that. Guys, I made that disclaimer earlier. Don't do this if you don't have the world backed up. I literally backed it up right before the stream, so I could revert literally everything I'm doing here. Don't. You guys know this. I always back up before every stream when I tinker with this world, or even play. And it has saved my butt. Because I already blue screened, and the world got corrupted. So yeah, I'm luckily ahead of my time, or ahead of my fate? No, I think you just call it fate, of losing the world. So yeah, this is the long path right here. We're gonna delete everything. And yeah, what is this, for example? This is some weird chunk error that just, like, occurs out of nowhere because of, like, version switching. And this right here, you can see we have these two pathways, these two branches. I don't play Valorant anymore. I used to a lot. But welcome in. Yeah, blue screen. I think it was only 6 hours, though. Luckily, it was, like, shorter. But yeah, that sucked. But then OK, like, helped me to make sure I did the exact same things again, and then I ended up doing the same things I did in 6 hours in, like, 3. So, wasn't that bad. And yeah, this is the wiggly path I took for the large fern. We'll get to that. I'll first delete the other branch. Because yeah, here you can clearly see how I've searched everything of every desert for the desert temple and well shards. Yeah, like this doesn't make sense. Why are you there? Weird chunk errors. And we can finally clean up the world a little bit. And everything around... I'm loading too much. The RAM. I'm literally loading too much of the world that it's crashing it. Open worlds. No. Open recent. There we go. I need to go there again. Is it RAM? I mean, the CPU is like fully utilized because it's rendering. Okay, RAM is quite a lot. It's another one of those moments where having a lot of RAM is quite useful. Because I'm running on 18 gigs right now. No, actually, Mark, that is where Minecraft started. I think it was a shorter stream, but that was like the origin of Minecraft because I didn't know what else to do, and then I mentioned, right, that Minecraft is a thing. That's the very first stream. But I think... I might be wrong. I think that's where it started. Okay, this is already the edge of it. So we can select all of this and just delete it. And we'll look at the world size at the ends. How big this actually is. Delete bloody everything. We're still 130,000 blocks out. Like that's the scale we're looking at. The massive mushroom. So basically, it's just gonna regenerate these chunks if I were to load them again. I'm basically just deleting them. And anything like player made or any blocks I've broken, those will be reset. But honestly, I'm not gonna go back to a certain chunk where like a lot of god apples were to get them again. Like, of course not. It's just to make the world more stable, especially for these very, very difficult advancements where it's just important to have the performance. All right. I want to like delete everything that is around 20,000 blocks away from spawn. And it's really like useful to look at stuff here. We have a little bit of another branch here. Okay. Yeah, this is also a weird area here. That doesn't make much sense. Delete all that. And this is where I did the large fern. We'll get to that. There's like two weird branches leading there that are not quite connected. This is so weird. Okay. Because this won't matter. I don't have anything important this far out. Like, at all. I can also look at my coordinate sheet, but there's just not anything there that is this far. Because the furthest that I, like, think could be important would be my drowned farm. There's just no coordinates that far. I have, like, a mushroom noted down, mangrove, blah, 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 but that doesn't matter. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good if I just delete everything. Yeah, Port Skeleton Farm is like negative 8,000, 4,000, so that's all chill. Where did I note down the good river? Noted that slime chunk. Good river. Negative 14,000, negative 7,000. Yeah, so we're absolutely chilling. That's what a drowned farm is. It's gonna crash because you liked it too much? I hope not. Let's see here. Over 9 million chunks that we're gonna delete right here. Dude. No, we haven't traveled to the cornice yet. And it's mostly gonna be through the nether, where everything is gonna be shorter anyways, and most of the traveling is gonna happen on, like, render distance 2, like the lowest possible render distance. So I'm not gonna be anywhere close to as many chunks loaded ever again as right now, because I was flying like 600,000 blocks while loading 64 chunks. Like a 32 render distance means like a 32 block radius pretty much. So everything you see here we find like a proper straight. Maybe I had the render distance shorter here because it was on my old PC. But most of it is 64 chunks wide. You can see these random pathways all connecting. Yeah, that's crazy. And so, yeah, that is deleted. We're now gonna go over to the large fern. So this is the pathway that is the longest. It is large fern. This is where I collect large fern. So every taiga, you can clearly see that every taiga was searched to the very, very edge. Mainly, well, yeah, every taiga. Every taiga was fully searched. The rest was ignored. Here, only taigas were relevant. Another random mansion. We're already over 100,000 blocks out. Absolutely crazy. Some weird chunk arrows going on. But this is literally 118 terrain. Some mushroom stuff. Some deserts I didn't really care about. There's some chunk errors. See, and we're like cleaning all of that up. But yeah, no, I've not... Sorry, I've not responded to it. No, we haven't done the corners. But it will happen not in too much more time. I mean, we have now hit more than 1,000 advancements. So stuff is getting crazy. We're making really, really good progress. But tomorrow, guys, or today, I will... Here I've split off a little bit, which is weird. I actually don't know what happened here. Here I've split off entirely. What? At like 160,000 blocks out, I split up. Now I'm actually not sure where I went. Oh, okay, here it just ends. That's odd. I'm not gonna like delete all these chunks manually again. I'll show you guys a trick that I'll use to delete all this. But look at that, and then I ended up just traveling west. This is already like 300,000 blocks out. Dude. Yeah. I think you call it the Manhattan distance. I think. Basically, instead of calculating the diagonal, you're just like adding up both coordinates. So like negative 220 plus negative, like negative 220,000 plus negative 210,000 is like we're over negative 400,000 blocks out. Well, over 400,000 blocks out because the distance is always positive. But yeah, I think that's the Manhattan distance. And obviously, you could do the Pythagorean theorem as well. But yeah, this is crazy, 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 crazy. And this is literally the furthest path I have in the overworld. And this, yeah, see, there's some chunk errors here. And this is literally, yeah, one of the main things that is making this world so unnecessarily big. And there's literally no difference if these chunks were to generate again, because I've barely done anything. All I've done is look for taigas and open up chests. There's like nothing I've done. These chunks are pretty much randomly generated, just that like one loot table entry is missing, like one chest entry. And that's why this entire thing is loaded. It's so stupid. And I'm surprised nobody knew this, but this is called MCA selector. And you can just basically delete everything. And we're now negative 300,000 and negative 460,000. That's where it ended, guys. This right here. Oh my god. It's actually giving me memories again. Guys, this right here, it's episode... I actually don't want to say anything wrong. This right here is the last village. I wish I could know which house. I think this one or so? Yeah, it's incredibly cool. It's incredibly cool, because you can zoom out so much further than any, like, map mod would allow. Because it's, like, an external thing, not running through Minecraft. So it's not, like, having its limitations. This right here is the last village I ever visited at negative 340,000... 344,000 and negative 466,000. It's the last village I visited before I was done with the large fern. So we're going to go to coordinates again. No, not view coordinates. I keep doing the same thing. Go to Control G. I like shortcuts. So we're going to go to like, let's do negative 20,000 to negative 20,000. So basically, okay, I'll do, I don't think it's gonna be the biggest deal. 25,000 just to be safe. Oh, that's interesting. I literally have like negative 25,000, negative 25,000 loaded. That's interesting. So basically, from here all the way down to positive 25k, positive 25k. I'm gonna select everything, like everything I see. Everything. All the way up till... where do I need to go? Like, right... about here. It doesn't matter, there's nothing there. Love that you're doing this right now. I'm bored, lol. Yeah, I love that I have some more stuff to do on this Friday. And I didn't want to waste any time tomorrow and really do this. And so I'm basically selecting everything within this from like negative 25,000 to like negative 25,000, negative 25,000 to positive 25,000, positive 25,000. I'm selecting everything right here. Everything. We have some like weird chunk errors that we'll take care of, but this is basically everything like that. There's nothing. Okay, there's a little bit generating here, even though I think this wouldn't matter much either. Selecting all of this because I've checked. There's like nothing important that is really in this region. This I can keep. This is already 25,000 there. Up till here I could. Okay, that's too far. I think I have like everything selected. That is like important. And what I can now do... yeah, I think I have everything. I can now go selection and then invert or control U or invert selected regions. Control shift U. Did I just lose my entire selection? No! Can I... oh, dang. I should have done the control U instead of the other one. I don't know. I thought I was selecting regions, though. Well, we go again. So I included that. Like, what is this up here? What is this chunk up here? Oh, okay, it's not rendering yet. We'll just select everything here, roughly. Select everything. Yeah, so I was stupid. I should have just done Control U. Am I missing on anything? Okay, I could go all the way to like down here. I'm gonna save all these. Okay, that's saved. And we have some weird chunks that are like loaded, but not really. Okay, do I have everything selected? This is a massive step. And we still have to do the same thing for the nether and the end, but it's gonna be easier there. No, I don't want to have that. What am I doing? Alright. So I've like selected this massive, roughly, yeah, 50,000 by 50,000 area, including my entire spawn area. Roughly around here. There's some chunks not loaded. And what I'm now gonna do, I think I have everything. I just want to like make really sure this is my most important world I've ever had. I think this is good enough. Yeah. There we go. Now I'm just gonna do Control U, which selects everything else. Are you guys ready? This is gonna be massive. I don't know how many chunks I'm gonna actually delete. But this is my entire spawn area. It's completely safe. And we're gonna do Control D. You're about to delete an unknown number of chunks from this world. Are you sure? Yes. Yes, I'm sure. Let's do this. Crazy. Wow, that was quick. I'm very curious to see the final world size. So yeah, we have some weird chunk stuff here. That is strange. Then we have these weird, like, islands. Think I'm fine to delete. I don't know what this would be. Actually, what would this be? I should probably leave it. Okay, I don't remember what this would be. But I'll leave it. This is close to spawn. I'll leave it. And that deleted everything. I think that's what I'm gonna stick with for the overworld for now. Yeah, cool stuff. What we now can do, we're gonna go to File. You can't really do too much, like, you can travel to the chunks again, they reload. Or am I getting something wrong? So, no, you're not getting anything wrong. Basically, all the chunks that I'm deleting, the game will generate again. Right? So everything man-made will be gone. So if I placed a block, broke a block, so basically I just want to make sure every chunk where I've built something important stays, right? And so I've kind of opted for this like 25,000 into like every direction kind of thing. And basically everything I'm deleting, the game will just generate again. And then the chunks will be visible. Right, yeah, so now we can go also. But now we can open up the dimension dim-1. This is the nether. You guys can see I've already selected a pretty odd Y level. You can really select any Y level you want. This is really cool. I've selected the Y level where I can like see the transition layer of the bedrock and everything else. But I'm like now on layer 162. We can go even further. Oh, we can go in further. And then we'll end up seeing the zombified piglin farm right here. Right there, boom. So this is basically looking at it from height 288. Would it generate the same biome in the same chunk? Yes, yes, yes. That's all seed dependent, right? The seed gets determined the second you click generate worlds. The world is going to be identical. Because that's the seed, right? That's how Minecraft generates all this stuff. And basically, this is a kind of cool thing about, well, these games that randomly generate it. The world kind of exists, but it's not been discovered. That's the kind of logic here. It's not like the world is constantly saved on my hard drive, but it's only getting saved as soon as I visit those places. Like, it gets generated on the fly. But yeah, basically, the seed is set at the beginning, and that determines biomes, where trees are, where mobs spawn, all that stuff, basically. So yes, with the same seed, I guess there would be a way, and it wouldn't be too difficult, for me to, like, change the seed of this world, and then you would have this, like, cutoff, where it would just start something else. So if I were to change the seed of this world, then it would get a little messed up, because then you'll have, like, this rough border, where you generate new chunks, and it will be, like, a sudden cut of biomes. But yeah, you guys can see it here. This is pretty much the exact mirror, or no, I shouldn't say mirror, but this is the exact same pathway, pretty much, that we had with the shirt path and the large fern path right here, right? So this area is where I did the large fern. This is basically where I traveled back from the nether. This is like 100,000 blocks in the nether, and I can just go ahead and delete all of it. Very, very straightforward. Just delete it, because we don't need it. There's no point in having it here. And I'm gonna be curious. I hope, my guess is, or I should say, I hope to reduce the world size below 50 gigabytes. Because yeah, it's 110 gigabytes currently, and I'm hoping to reduce it below 50, but that should be easily possible. How come you would change to see the world? You mean like, why would I do that? There's no reason for doing that, but if you ask about the way you would do it, is there's something called, how could you change? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, I can't read. Basically, there's another software called, yeah. This is where it gets really technical. But I've messed with this a little bit. This is called NBT Explorer. This basically allows me to externally read a world file, but it goes like this software right here that I'm using now, in the background where you can see the map. This software only reads the world data, whereas this NBT data, or this NBT Explorer, basically reads everything else. What I can do, I can say recent saves, and then cheat inventory challenge. Here I can basically look at the world files in a bit of a different way. The cool thing is, this program like understands how Minecraft is coded, basically. Because if you were to go into these files normally, it would all just be gibberish, because your computer can't tell what is in that file or how to decrypt it, basically. The computer doesn't know the code, or the way to read that code, I should say. And what I can do here, what I've done a lot, for example, this is my cheat inventory challenge world, and I can go into player data of that world, of my hardcore world right now. And then, for example, I could see what my total XP are. For example, you can see it here. Right now, I have over 47 million XP total. It's the same with the score right here. It's the same with the score. This score would only be visible if I were to die. But I'm like curious, because the score, that's basically the score that's being displayed when you die, is simply the amount of XP you've collected. Right? And now I can see I have over 47 million XP. And this is really cool. Here you can also see the XP seed. This is a new like 120 thing. And then in here, I would also be able, I've like never really seen it. I'm not sure where, but if I go to level dat, boom, right here. I've never revealed it, but I guess it's time to reveal it now. Border size, this shows the border size. Data packs, game rules, player version 1.20.1. Where did I see it? Time. Yeah, here you can like see wandering trader spawn intervals and stuff like that. You can see the weather time. You can see a lot of crazy stuff about like what is going on in your world. And somewhere in here, region. Yeah, this is where you see all the region files. Yeah, here I can even see the additional chunk files. So somewhere in here, I'd be able to see the world seed, and then I can configure it. The coolest thing I have done, but I don't remember where that was, is in here, I can modify the name of the worlds in a way that wouldn't be possible. This map data, scoreboard stuff, in a way that wouldn't be possible otherwise. Basically, where can I see that? Cheat inventory challenge. Stats? No. Level. Where the hell is that? I forgot where that was. I've not tinkered with it in a really long time. I kind of want to find it. Yeah, but basically, this is where I'd be able to change the seed. When I find where it is, I can basically just double click it and change it. And this is also the software that I can use, or that anyone can use, to make, you've seen this, to make the world title, like when you go onto single player and you see all your single player worlds, to make that title screen, or like the title of the world, colorful. And like also, you could also make the font bold and stuff like that. This is what you can, yeah, this is the software you can use to make the title colorful. All right, we're gonna delete all of this. Boom. And gone. So yeah, it's really, really cool stuff. But I've mostly been using this NBT Explorer to check what my score is, because it's kind of cool to see what your score is. Unfortunately, there's no other way to see your score other than like dying if you don't have this software. So yeah, we have these really weird little chunks here. Honestly, I think there's something wrong with that. I'm gonna delete these. Yeah, and that's pretty much the nether cleared out. These weird chunks there. I really don't think they have a use. I don't know what would it be. What it would be. Good. And then lastly, we can go into open dimension and dim one. That is the end dimension. And this is probably one of the coolest things ever. Because, I don't know, I always wondered how would an end dimension look on a bigger scale. And that's the answer, right here. We have the main end island. This is where the Enderman farm is. Right. Wow, I've not noticed. This is where the snow golem went. This is all the snow path. So the snow golem is probably right there. I'm not sure. This is where the snowman went his way. This is where we did a lot of killing. My big obsidian meatball right here. That's the very first gateway we ever went into. You can see every gateway if we zoom in further. Yeah, it goes around here. So this is the main end island, and then we can zoom out super, super far. We can locate individual end cities right here to like a very, very precise level. So we know this end city, for example, has 2 chests, always diagonal from the staircase. So there would be 2 chests right here. Super, super cool. But the point is, why would I need all that? So I could already like delete all that. I can delete. Basically, before I delete everything, I want to show you guys how stupid I was. Because when I did the stack of dragon heads, I don't remember which path. Actually, there's just no way for me to know at this point. But when I did the stack of dragon heads, I already once traveled 100,000 blocks into one direction. I don't know if it's the left or right one. Doesn't really matter. But I traveled all the way. All the way, 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 all the way. This is super exciting for me. Yeah, there we go. You can see the coordinates at the bottom. -9,700 and -100,000. This is probably where I traveled, where I did the stack of dragon heads and stuff. And then for the advancement pack, I again had to travel out 100,000 blocks for an advancement. So I had to do that twice. So this is probably the advancement pack because it's a more straight line and I didn't look for entities that much. So yeah, this is probably the advancement pack one. But instead of like marking everything now, I know it's a lot less than what I did in the overworld. I'm just gonna go to the spawn region, go all the way down, go all the way down, go all the way down, right here. We'll see the main end island. I will basically just go right here, select a somewhat big region. Let's make it a little more beautiful. Yeah, from here to like here. Doesn't have to be perfectly centered. Then we're gonna control U. We learned that now. Invert everything. There's literally nothing important outside of this area here that I haven't selected. And then I can just do Control D to delete everything. Unknown amount of chunks. Boom, gone. And now I want you guys to guess first, how big has my world gotten now? Kind of hope I got below 50 gigabytes, but let's see. It's 1 AM now. Yeah, this took a little longer than expected, but I think this is a massive step for the project. Makes the world a lot more stable. 42 would be insane. And I really felt like doing that, because if I did that tomorrow, I would lose a lot of time on the speedruns. Let's check. I'm very, very excited. So let's go on desktop, instances, 1.20.1, boom, saves, cheat inventory challenge. 24 gigabytes! What? Good job, Mark. And Kira is also correct. It's just the other way around. Oh, that is huge. That literally splits the time it takes to back up. Like, it's like less than 25%. Wow. I'm gonna have it backed up in like half an hour. I'm literally gonna back it up right after the stream. That is beautiful. So, one last thing that is crucial to do before actually backing it up again is let's quickly check if it is all stable. If it works. And the thing is completely corrupted. Damn! I went from 110 gigabytes to 24 gigabytes. Yes! Yes! Oh, that is so good. That is so relieving. That makes this hardcore world so much more playable again. And that, like, the good thing is now, I can confidently do the world corners without having to worry about it completely breaking. Okay, it doesn't matter if we have sound or not. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, no, actually, I'll give you sounds. We'll quickly go into every dimension and just check, and then I'll end the stream. And now back it up without checking. Well, I would have just backed it up in like a different folder and kept the old version still. Yeah, well, there we go. I actually wrote it here. Off stream, delete chunks. We've done that. We've done that. I actually wrote that there. In between today and Saturday. Delete chunks. We have done that. Let's quickly check every dimension. I can't go into the end that way. Just check everything works. Yeah, well, no, I'm expecting the end to work. Yes, perfect. Everything is still here. Like, it's literally gonna be the exact same, just that really far out. It's just not loaded anymore. Yeah, no, I trust the process. Check the chest loot? Oh yeah, you're right. That's probably the most important thing I have to check. Yeah, no, this seems all fine. We have... Especially this chest is like my most important chest. Yeah, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to the farm. This is really all I wanted to do. And, I can't really go into the end right now, because the gas is in the way. But I believe it. I believe it. So, I'm gonna... Yeah, back it up right after the stream. It's gonna be absolutely freaking massive. I'm gonna do a little bit more AFKing later on. But again, guys, tomorrow, or today, I am not going to continue in this world. That's why I did this now, because we're gonna look at... yeah, we're basically gonna try and speedrun... Well, we're not gonna try it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna speedrun 1.20.5, all advancements. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The world is not gonna be massive anymore. It was, like, the world had impressive statistics with it being, like, over 100 gigabytes big, but it's just made it so freaking unstable. It just made it so freaking unstable. Huge. Absolutely huge. He knows the song. He knows the song. Thank you guys for, yeah, sticking with me a little longer today, but I'm very, very happy I did this. I'll see you all again in roughly 17 hours, where we're gonna get into some 1.20.5 speedrunning. I will explain more on what I've set up, like mod-wise, that it's all like legitimate for speedrunning, as well as resetting, and even better eye measurement. I've even set up calculator for the stronghold, the way like really, really good speedrunners do it. So yeah, I've done a lot throughout the week, and I'm very much looking forward to hopefully an all advancements run that is far better than anything I've done previously. I've studied advancements for 8 months. I've not really done a run, but with my hardcore world, I'm basically going into these runs with like 10 times the experience I have ever had before. So, as I said, sub 12 hours would be like my absolute goal. Hopefully beating it by quite a bit. Yeah. Thank you so much for being in the stream, guys. See you later. I wish you all a fantastic freaking start in the weekend. Oh my god, I can't believe it. 24 gigabytes is insane. And yeah, we just made our hardcore world a lot more playable. It's gonna be very fun for the last, like, very, very difficult advancements. I'll see you all when it's again about advancements, just in a actual speedrunning way. And I'll see you later. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye.